What is up, all you Gears of War fans? Okay, so last time we did Gears of War Podcast Episode 1. Well, before we release Episode 2 tomorrow, I want to update you guys on something that we need for our podcast channel. We need a third host. We need a third host, guys. I'm talking about we need another co-host. Now anyone in the comments, if you have Gears of War 1, 2, 3, Judgment, have Xbox Live with a mic, and you would like to join us, you would like to join me and Andy in our podcast, we will give you a shot. We will give you a brand new shot at this. So if you have Gears of War 3, Judgment, 2, 1, so that we can use background gameplay for the podcast, be my guest. Please just ask me in the comments. And listen, guys, you have to know at least what you're talking about in these podcasts. I want somebody who will know what they're talking about and knows a lot about Gears of War. And I also want people who actually delve into the topics, and I don't like people who are going to be mutes. I want 3 open people. So we got me and Andy so far. Now, we could potentially... I have 2 slots open for the podcast. We only need 1 more. But if something happens to Andy or the other one, then we'll have another backup host. Or we could just have 4 hosts in general of this podcast channel. Now, again, I hope you guys know what a podcast is, because most podcasts are at a still screen on YouTube while they talk about a subject. This podcast is going to be fucking gameplay and shit like that. I don't want this podcast to be boring, y'all. And I'm being serious on this. If you know quite a lot about Gears of War, if you are interested in joining our podcast, message me in the comments, please. I would like to know, very much so, if you would be willing to join us, I guess. Because if you're willing to join us for our podcast, that'd be great. Hopefully we get one by the end of next Saturday. If we don't, we'll still keep trying, but we need at least 3 hosts, which means we need at least 1 more person. What? Okay, that's done with. Like I said, we need at least 1 more person. Again, I'm launching the second podcast episode tomorrow, and it's going to be about how Horde mode could be improved. No, not Horde mode, not Beast either. Actually, I think I'm going to talk about something else. You'll see. I was going to do how Beast mode could be better, but I want to talk about that with any other podcast hosts. Because, again, it's still going to be solo for a while. Yeah, for real, guys. If you guys are interested whatsoever in joining our podcast, I would be grateful. I would be grateful to have an extra person on our podcast channel. That would be greatly appreciated, because we need an extra host. And if somebody comes in here, speaks up, and says he wants to be in our podcast, I will let him be in this podcast. And, yeah, like, if you, like, I don't really care how many subs you have. You don't have to have a certain amount of subs, because, again, all my channels are at, like, very low subs. See, I got a vlog channel with 26 subscribers, I got a fucking main channel with 60 subs, and I've got this with 13 subs, so, you know, I'm not really a big person, okay? So you don't have to be over a certain sub limit. Like, I mean, if you at least have 2, maybe even 3 subscribers or more, come on, man. Like, if you at least have somewhat of a viewer base and you have, like, 3 subs, count yourself in. But if you, like, don't have any subs at all, nah, just kidding. You can, it doesn't matter. It really does not matter the amount of subs you have. Although I'd prefer you to have about 5, but it still doesn't matter. it doesn't really matter what I prefer. It's just, if you feel like you know a lot about Gears, you think that you will be speaking up a lot throughout the podcast videos, then yes, you can be a member of us. You can be a member of the hosts of it. And sorry if it looks like I'm shit at playing this game. It's actually been like a week. Nah, just kidding. It's actually been like a couple days since I played Gears. And guys, I get rusty really fast on a game that I play a lot. If I play a game a ton and I stop playing it for a while, I'll get rusty. Like, extremely fucking rusty. So that's why the gameplay might be lackluster. But again, we need another co-host. If anyone is interested in being a host for this podcast channel, which means, again, you must have Xbox Live, and you must have it probably Gears of War 2, 3, or Judgment. Like, okay, any of the first 4 Gears games, 1, 2, 3, and Judgment. If you have any of those games, and you have Xbox Live, with a mic, pretty sure that should be known, then contact me if you would like to be a part of our podcast. Because I would be willing to have another person on our podcast channel. And now, if you don't have a YouTube channel at all, that's perfectly fine. But just, if you do, like, just come on, man. Just, like, it doesn't really matter. I did make it sound like earlier you had to have a channel, but if you don't, then just don't. Like, then, whatever, just comment. Like, okay, to be fair, you have to have a channel to comment, but, you know, I'm talking about you upload on it. If you don't upload on your channel, whatever. As long as you have Xbox Live and the requirements I listed, then go ahead, hit me up in the comments. I'll give you a shot at, I don't know, our newest podcast video. Now, if I get one answer by tomorrow, I'll feature you on tomorrow's topic. If somebody comes in by Wednesday, I'll feature you on Wednesday's topic. Okay? Because I make a podcast every Wednesday and Saturday. I try to keep the uploads at least twice a week. So, yeah. However, like, I upload maybe 3 times a week on my vlog channel. I upload maybe daily on my main, and this is going to be like twice a week for this one. It's not too active, but again, we're still trying to build something here. So don't be douche. Again, like I said, if you're not interested, then whatever. You don't have to join me. But if you are interested, please hit me up in the comments. I won't sit there and just decline you out of nowhere because I don't like you. No. We need a new contract host. We need one. So if one of you guys can show up in the comments, hit me up. I would be very thankful, okay? I know I'm saying the same thing over again, but we really need another host for this podcast channel, okay? It can't just be me. Because Andy, I've lost contact with Chrome Pitbull. And, I'm not sure how much longer Chrome will be around. Because I think the boy got grounded, to be honest. And that's quite sad that he got grounded before our first video came out. That's quite sad. So you didn't even fucking get to hear his voice yet. Sadly. But, like I said, have Xbox Live, have a mic, have a Gears game, then, and you know a lot about Gears, hit me up in the comments. I will talk to you about featuring you on the next upload. And yeah, so that being said, I will see all of you lovely Gears fans in the podcast tomorrow. So please, we need a new host.